Hey, Alla, you got
you.
a second for some quick rapid fire questions with Kajabi?
Sure.
Okay,
Of course,
great.
Sure.
Let's go over here.
Okay.
So, how are you doing today? I'll start off with that.
Yeah, I'm amazing. Yeah, thank you. Feeling great. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. What made you fall in love with baking?
I think the whole process of it, mixing and matching and then baking and then at the end eating the whole the whole goodie at the end.
That would be my favorite part for sure. Who's your biggest source of baking inspiration?
I think I grew up watching like Jamie Oliver and Nigella Lawson, so I love them both.
Awesome. If you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I think I would go with like mashed potatoes and roasted duck or something like that.
Yum. What's your social media strategy?
Social media strategy is, I guess, to be as authentic as I can be and share my life and what I'm up to, and get people baking and cooking.
Yeah, that's awesome. How has your relationship with social media evolved?
I think it's changed. I've tried to kind of adapt to all the changes that are happening every year, but I am trying to spend less time, but quality time on it, just to get my message across.
What made you realize you could create a business with your baking skills?
I think that people were telling me that I'm really talented and that I should do something about it and teach others. So that was like a great start, I suppose, to get into that.
Were you nervous to pursue your passion as a full-time job?
Yes, very nervous. I think it took me 5 years to make that decision because there's instability, uncertainty, and you doubt yourself a lot. So very nervous, yes.
What have been your biggest struggles with social media and growing your business?
I think the fact that it's changing all the time and not everyone's seeing your posts anymore. And it's kind of hard because you're putting so much effort into creating the stuff and nobody sees it. That's probably the biggest challenge.
What has been the most lucrative monetization channel for you?
I think I prefer Instagram. I think this is where I show my real self on stories and people can relate to me because I just tell them everything about my life, and it's easier to connect that way to my audience there.
What's your top tip for navigating updates to social media algorithms?
Yeah, so I feel like you do have to keep up with the trends, and so you do have to do whatever they're pushing out. So now it's the reels, so you have to do more reels. But I do enjoy that part, but it can be exhausting all the time. But my strategy is to kind of try and keep up as much as I can with the trendy stuff.
This is a very important question. Okay. Teleportation or flying?
Teleportation. That would change the world.
Which of your online products has been the most profitable?
I think my mousse cake course. It was my first one, and maybe that's why. Yeah.
Love that. If you didn't own an online business, what would you do instead?
I think I would be a dancer. Yeah, I love dancing, and it's like another passion of mine. But I don't know how to dance. But it's just in my head. Yeah.
You can take a course on it.
I'm sure. I started in the dancing classes, so it's baby steps.
How do you use your social following to sell your digital products?
So I try and inspire them and show them that it's really easy to create cakes, like 5-star cakes, like in French pastries, bakeries, and just kind of educate them about ingredients and the tools, and just try and inspire them that anyone can do this, anyone can become a master.
What advice do you have for creators to reach and win over their audience?
I think the way you can win your audience is by literally being yourself and sharing all the bad and the good stuff, because we see so much fake life online, and I think it's so important to actually show all the failures and moments when you don't feel good, and maybe when you feel like you're doubting yourself, because then people can really relate to you, and I think that builds like a real connection between us and the audience.
Absolutely. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
I think the best advice was that whatever decision you make, it's the right decision. And that kind of stuck with me. And now it's like, okay, yes, it's true. Whatever I make, whatever direction I go, it is the right choice for now.
Yeah, I love that. Where do you imagine your business in 5 years' time?
5 years' time, I'm gonna have the biggest online cooking school, and I'm hopefully gonna be speaking on stages, inspiring people and encouraging others to start an online business as well.
Would you rather win the lottery or work at the perfect job?
I think I would rather win the lottery. Yeah, then I can have many perfect jobs. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about your online community?
I think the fact that everyone's really positive and helpful, and we just create that really nice bubble of good energy inside.
Awesome. And that's it. That's a wrap on the
Okay.
questions. Thank you so much for joining me, Alla.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you.